Okay, we'll discuss. We'll discuss from overflow, media query, float, typography of the text, combinators. We'll recap combinators and all the units which we have in CSS and what we will be using more frequently in the development. And the examples of that sample one and pseudo will recap again. Pseudo classes will recap. Positioning properties, absolute, relative, static, sticky. We have all this static transition property. Till this point we will do. Check this from tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, the last session. Transform, rotating, making it alignment with scaling, keyframes. Keyframes is an animation. We'll also do that. And grid and finally flex. We'll complete that. So we'll start with this. If anyone is saying, make it silent so that it will not disturb the class. Right. So we'll start with overflow. I just created overflow.html and just given that some height and width. Use border 1 pixel solid red. Let's see the example of overflow. Height, I will just give auto. Sorry. So overflow wrap. If I use unset, it will be some more content. So here, if I do word break, some kind of width rate, I will give 90 pixel, 97 pixel, 97 pixel. So now if I do word break as word break, so it will be break the word in the middle if it is not adjust in the same line. Give 90 because that is not coming here. If I make word break some unset, it will not break, it will be coming the same line. Just try this. See, so it is coming like this, right? It should break that particular. If it is not, if it is, overflowing the, x-axis. So for that, we need to make it as overflow wrap of that particular para. We'll make for division. That's for division or para, it will be the same. So if we make us break code, right? Then words will be broken. See, it's changed, right? So that overflow wrap we need to do so that based on the width, it will be wrapped up. I will give some 700 pixel. So now it is fine. So if I give some 600, will be like this. If I remove this word break to unset some kind of, maybe with respect to the height, it's almost aligned. But you see the previous example with less height, it is coming, over the border that is fixed with the breakage. So that you need to know overflow wrap. And now see, now an example you see, width I see only 60. Height I will give only 100 pixels. Now let's see, it's overflown with respect to the height because width is overflowed. Height is also overflowed. Now you see overflow wrap word break. It's broken, right? So now you see overflow clearly because of the biggest word. The biggest word are having more characters. That is overflow wrap. Now I want to see overflow X. X means horizontal line. We'll see Y so that you see better because height is already overflow. Now I see overflow Y. Visible means it is now visible. If I get scroll, then you will get scroll bar. See, now if I put hidden, that will be hidden. So you can't see that more than that. If you put visible based on the container width and size, that will be visible or not. It's visible, even though it's overflow, it's visible. That is what visible. If it is hidden, it is hidden. So that's why overflow y. If I want to make overflow x, then I will change the height to what 100 pixel, width to 60 pixel. Overflow x. 600. Let it be. So overflow x is visible. If I want to overflow x scroll bar, auto, if I put auto, if it is need scroll bar, then it will get it. Otherwise, it won't get it. The same I will say y auto. If it is needed with scroll bar, then it will get it. Since it is not needed here, width is fine. So if I give width only 60 pixel, then definitely both might need scroll bars. What is the height? Height is 100. If I give 10, what it will happen? Overflow y and overflow x. It's very small. If I put hidden, it won't be happen. See, there is no scroll bar actually. So that's why overflow hidden. If we do overflow visible, it will be visible in the same pace. It will be visible. Since I have overflow x auto, we have scroll bar again. If I do hidden again, it will not be visible. So you just need to play around overflow with respect to the container so that you can see that better. I'll just make it with that 600. So I will go to the normal. So that is with respect to the overflow and overflow wrap. Yeah. So there will be one more thing. We want to make a black block. So now see in the previous example, which we downloaded, we seen this example, right? So without using flexbox, using just overflow and using float, we can align one by one, side by side. So that also we can do. For example, take this paragraph. We have a division, right? Take 4 divisions, like 4 paragraphs. Take example, we have 4 paragraphs or 3 paragraphs. So now I will say for paragraphs, we use float left, all as float left, all as width, some same width. Since we have 4, if I give percentage, it will be 25, 25, 25, 25. So I will give 25% width. I will give border so that you can differentiate 2 pixel solid red. Now let's see, since we given this, it's almost, see, if I don't give this, why it's went to second line also I will tell you. If you give that, since paragraph will always starts with new line, it will go to next line. If you don't want that, using float only, we can align it separately side by side. Now if I give that float left, if I remove float left, it's none of the waste of the CSS. It won't align properly. See, if I give float left, right, it will always try to make left in the same line. But if it is overcoming the space width, right, then it will come to next line. Since I gave 25%, again I will getting borders for all the sides with some at least some pixel. That will become at least some 0.5%. It will come to the next line. Now I will give 24%. Maybe it will be in the same line because of borders. For that, I will say I will give width, but I will say border as box sizing border box. Then border will be attached to the particular content itself. So border will be mixed with the content. So 25 will be good now. So border box, what it will do? Extra borders it will not take. The 2 pixel all the sides will be mixed in the box size. If I don't give border box, borders will not be mixed with the 25%. It will take beyond 25 plus 2 4 8 pixel because 4 sides, right? 4 pixel every day. Then it will be like 100 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. 25 into 4. We can have 4 containers. If I put border box, then this 4 pixel will be included in 25% only. That is border box. You got it right? See. If I remove border box, you can see the difference. So that will not mix up the border box. That is the importance of the box sizing border box. You got it right? So that will be like that. So that using float, you can directly get into a side by side. So now you are designing this, right? You want to design this the same way you do H2 anchor tag, learn more, and you give a container with a number and give border radius 50%. So that will align the same. Yeah, so we'll just give that so that you can easily understand it. Some for that I will give division because division will have high specificity. I will give division. For all I will do divisions so that you can easily understand. Zero one. I'll give a circle. Below I have some H2 tag content 2. I have again anchor tag. Learn more. It is not self-closing tag, okay? So this is how we have the divisions. We'll create the same divisions, copy paste the same division and change the name to 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 2, 3, 4, 3, 1. So you will get side by side as normal. Then you can apply CSS what all required. So now for this I want to remove border, right? For this I will make as text align left instead of text align center, right? I will give a row gap or column gap some 10 or margin left or margin right some 10 pixel or 20 pixels. So it will get the space. And again, I will increase the width of that. So I will increase the width of that division to, sorry, height, right? Height to some 200 pixel. So it will increase that. Now I will decrease this size. And so since it's float left, I will remove that, right? And I will make this content since it's H2, I will make it as textile in left. So by just adding applying CSS, we can make like this. Got it right? So that's using float, we can able to align that with using float left. If you want to do float right, it might not come the same result, but it is coming from right. It is reversed actually. Everything will be aligned to right. So first one will be aligned to right. Again, second will be aligned to right. Since already first one is occupied to right, it come after that. Like it's like road like flex direction row reverse. Like the same way you can use float left or right without using flex box simply, right? This is what for that. We'll move to the next one. So this is what like formatting the things with respect to overflow and do that. So now media queries, it's very important. So now see, this is the website. Inspect it and make it as mobile view. By clicking this, you know that you can do that. Now it's moved to mobile view. You know, it is sized, its size is almost how much I can increase, it is the same. Because this viewport is the same, like width and height. So now you see this is changed. So this is also changed. This is happened. This might happen, this button is there, but it is not there in desktop. So now see desktop size. You just see the root element. It's almost 882. It's width, right? Height is 87, right? You can see this here. This whatever it might come, right? You can see that 882 as a width, height is 87. Width into height, right? So now see, because of screen size is decreasing, see if I decrease screen size less and less and less, now mobile view is coming because of screen size. Different screens, I will enable or disable particular division, part of the division. Now let's see. Let's see how can we write the syntax for that. Media queries is important because of that only mobile view and desktop view is very different. Now let's see. I'll just I'll just create a new file for media. Media.html. Okay, I will write a paragraph. Let it be. I will just copy this body and let's see. We have media.html, right? So we have this many. It's okay, fine. So now, okay, not this. I will go to only paragraph so that you can easily understand if I see para. Okay, I will just copy the things and paste here. Format. Format document. I have two. This is mobile view. So now there will be a two different scenario. I want to show these two different. This is mobile view. I will just give some style as um, border green for mobile view, 2 pixel solid green, and border red for desktop view. Style border 2 pixel solid red, so that you can see the difference, which is enabled and which is not enabled. I will make it as margin bottom so that it will get the space at bottom of the first division, some 10 pixels so that we can see the gap. Okay, now fine. Now, if I want to go to mobile view, make this as nav bar which we have in mobile with the toggle button. I want to show this one. So, okay, let this toggle button. Let copy paste some toggle button so that you can understand. SVG toggle. So we have toggle. Let it toggle icon. I don't want this icon. Tut, tut. Okay, any button it will be. Okay, let this icon. Fine, right? So I want to just copy this, edit this. I'll just change the color as 0071B. I'll just export SVG. Or so we don't need to, we are not doing a project, we'll just copy it now, as of now. So now it is mobile. I want to use a toggle at the end of the para. So what is the size of that? We can give our own size. So I want only width of some 30 pixel of size. Height of 30 pixels. So I want to restrict the size. So we have this here at the end of the para. So it should be visible on mobile view and it should not be visible on mobile view. For different screens, we want to write media. Media syntax we will write here now. In head, we will have style anyway, since we are using internal as of now. So we have at the rate of media as a syntax. Media, green, we have max width. Media and only screen. I think just media is enough. Media screen. Max width less than or equal to or greater than or equal to 760 pixel for mobile, for example. Is wrong. Second, let's see the syntax. First is media, min width, max width. And media screen and min width. Okay, we need to use colon for that. Come. Screen. So min width, min width. Media screen and min width 450, 480. Min width. So by default, mobile devices will starts with height will be like around 700 plus. Width will be 1 second. I will write here. In CSS, this is the commenting. In HTML, this is the commenting. Don't confuse sometimes, otherwise it will get errors. So now laptops will be almost 1160 pixel flat. Mobile views we can take a width almost if it is less than or equal to some 700 pixel, and width will be some 480 plus pixel. So now our minimum width make maximum width, because for mobile devices or tabs it will be maximum 760 pixel, not more than that. So then we will get for more, if it is max 760 pixel, I will make disable the top one. For the top one I will give a class, otherwise I can't get, right? If I disable division, right, both will be disabled. I will make it as laptop, or I can say large screen as a class. So now I will make it as, since I am using class, right, using large hyphen screen display none. We have one interview question here. Visibility hidden. Display none means it will remove that particular element from the DOM object, document object. If it is visibility hidden means it is attached to the DOM, but that is not visible rendered on the HTML page. We can see the difference. Now let's see. If it is less than max width is 760 pixel, then this will not be visible. Means in mobile view, it will not be visible. Let's see that. Now see here, I will just refresh and try this, inspect it. See, it's not visible. It's already completed. See, 760. What is the width of this? 680. I'm increasing that. See, at 761 pixel, it's coming, right? At 760, it's not coming. Because now see, let's focus on this. In division, we have first one. Second one, we don't have, because we have display none. That is removed from the DOM. Now, instead of display none, I will put visibility hidden. So that will be attached. See, that is occupied, but that is not rendered. So that is what display none and visibility hidden. What is the difference between display and visibility hidden? Akhil. Yes. Means that will be attached to the document object model, but not removed. Means that will not rendered. That will occupy the space in that particular DOM tree. So that is the main important question you will get as a fresher also. So now you see, now for the large screen, I don't want this again. Vice versa, I don't want, right? For the large screen. Now see, again, I need to write another media. So I will say min width 760 pixel and more. I will say mobile screen as a display now. We can make anything, right? Like this. Large screen here it is disabled. Here mobile screen is disabled. So vice versa, it is disabled now, right? Only one will be appeared at any cost. See, it's correct, right? So if I go to mobile view, I have only one. Make it as display none so that you can see better. Visibility hidden will always occupy the space. Now let's see. See here it is there. Not the same way, check this bar. There are two divisions here. One is in mobile view, I am rendering different one. Right? In desktop view, I am rendering different one. So the same way, in mobile view, I am rendering different one, which is having toggle button. In desktop view, which is having more than 760 pixel, I'm rendering different one. With respect to the media, so media queries. So now there is one more interview question. So how you can achieve the responsiveness? Mr. Cham, he will ask, like, taken some ex-person is doing interview to Rana. How Rana you can do responsiveness for the website? You need to tell we can use media queries. First of all, with respect to the screen sizes, min width and max width of the viewport, so that we can enable or disable using display none, so that it will be removed from the DOM. And also we can enable another division which will be designed for the small screens. So that's how we'll manage. And also we need to put meta tag, which is initial scale device width. Then only this responsiveness will be occur, right? That is one. And one more thing, if you want to achieve responsiveness, you can use flexbox also. It will auto align with respect to the different width and sizes. Dynamically you can do. Also grid. The main thing is with respect to the different screens, you can enable or disable using media queries. So the syntax will be using at the rate of media screen. Screen will be the keyword because it is screen. Because the size will be screen, that is only the syntax. And you need to put and. Don't forget this because we might forget this without practice. And after that, we need to give min width or max width, min height or max height. So whatever it may be. Min width or max width with respect to the viewport width and viewport height, because it's referring to the screen. In the next topic, you will see VM, VH, viewport height and viewport width, Vmax and Vmin, viewport width and viewport minimum, like that. So with respect to the viewport height, that will be min height or max height or min width or max width. You can enable or disable the screens because of you have class selector, right? You can enable or disable so that it will be disabled vice versa using display none. So this also I will give material. You practice lot because every mobile application, if you are opening in mobile, the small screen, that is because of media queries only. Media queries only. You need to practice that because I applied media queries for all our websites large scale because I'm doing that own CSS. Na? That's why. Till this point is clear, and you need to use on link tag also. For example, how can you use on link tag? We have this link, right? Link relation, sorry, link relation equal to style sheet, right? So we have href of particular file, some .css. Okay, let it .css. We don't have .css, so CSS. We have this. If you want to apply this for media, we have media here. Media. Min width, you need to give here min width 760 pixel only. We can give that, otherwise we can't give. So that directly on tag we can also use it. This I remember because I used it much. This also I remember, but sometimes we forgot without practice. So min width, I can give max width also. Max width 760 means for mobile or some small devices. Directly you can use this tags. These two ways we can apply. This is for internal styles, these are inline styles, right? Inline we will not use it because in the same line we cannot write much content, right? In here itself in style tag you cannot write those many like at the rate and all. Otherwise it will throw error. You need to write internal style using style tag or in external inside this. Got it, right? The same way you can do that. There is this media. Yeah. So we can mention this. This file will be attached only when the maximum width is 760 means small devices. Again, if I say min width, this file will be rendered and attached to this particular HTML reference only when minimum width is 760 means it's more than mobile or tab. Like this, you can apply for the tags. Is it clear? So you can use this way so that you can apply responsiveness for the mobile device. This is very important. Just need to learn that. In your company, you may not use this much CSS also, but you need to just understand that we have those. Float left, right, bottom, inline div already we just checked. Image and this we'll check. So I'll just erase this and copy something again from Wikipedia. I will take some three divisions. I just take two divisions. First one is div1 class. Second one again I give as a class or ID. If it is different, you can give ID also. Fine. So remove media queries. We don't want now, or let it be so that it will be for your reference. We have these many. That's why commenting will not apply properly. Okay. If you are commenting the whole thing, if it is again having internal comments, it will disturb. You need to remove that and need to comment the whole thing. Otherwise, it will be confused. It will say it's already ended. No, why you are again trying to do? So that's why you need to remove those inside. What all inside we have comments, right? That you need to remove. Then only you need to apply first and last line of the commenting. Yes. So now see. So div1 dot class, right? I will do float left. For div2, I will apply float right. Let's see how it will behave. Since we applied float and left and right, its width is almost I'll just give 100 pixels so that you can understand. If I give, if I don't give it right, it will automatically take, division will always take the 100% width irrespective of what you give. You need to mention separately so that you can see. See, one is float and one is right. So it is aligned to the same line because float works in this way. It will align in the same line. It's aligned here, and that is aligned there, right? So that is how float will work. Again, if you say float bottom of the page, see it's applied bottom. It's almost bottom because this is aligned right. Again, if I do it align left, let's see how it will change. See, top one is left, last one is bottom because this one is not aligned right. If it is aligned right means that will also go to right. See, one is here and one is in bottom. So that's how float left, right, bottom, top. Top also we have. So that will also work. Okay, I think this might be the top. So this is how float left, right, bottom will work for any divisions. So float directly will affect the things. So it will apply directly with respect to the viewport. Like as a margin, it will directly take this place or that place or this corner or that corner. Now take an example. I will just remove this. I will just comment this. We'll go to make inline. So now there is a division, only one division, and inside the division there is an image tag. There is an image tag. You already know if I write an image, after that there is a text. So then what it will do, in the next line only paragraph might come. But you see some of the website which is like this. I will just take an image so that you can understand better. That's okay. This one I will inspect and snatch this topic. Okay. So now let's see. It will be like this, right? Now I want to make image first, then text. So it will be wrapped in the same container so that it will be visible better for us. It will be seen like good. Oh, good. It is good. Then how we can do? We can make it as image, I think. Float left. So that will take care of that. Automatically it will take care, I think. It will take care of that. So you know, okay, you didn't apply any CSS, but using just float. Float will have this much of value while aligning the things side by side only, side by side, and aligning this for the four corners. So that is how it will be. If I having more than this content also, see how it will wrap. It will wrap automatically. Right. If I make it as hidden, we will make that also hidden also. We'll make that hide, overflow, right? We'll make hidden. So then what it will do? So this content will starts from here only, the same, this line, right? From here only it will starts. That we will make it as hidden. So it will come to right, equal to the same, this line, this height. So using that we can align. Means floating an image in the same line for that particular division using float property. So that is also one. So sometimes if you see any website, this is aligning like this, side by side. Aligning an image in the same paragraph in the middle. Okay, we'll see like, okay, what CSS it is applied. It might be some margin right, margin left, margin top, some padding, some gap. So these many will think, but with this, some of the tricks which of practice, we can get this. This material I directly give with the same examples. Now typography, you already know. So typography will comes with all this text properties. Text properties will call as typography. So now division. So we have right text decoration, dashed, text indentation. Indentation means Python will have indentation of tab space. Here also we have indentation of tab space, right? If this indentation we want to give, we have text indent. Text in I want 10 pixel. So it will be also allowed 10 pixel of indentation. If I want to make it as text justify, text transform, capitalize or lowercase, uppercase. If I do capitalize means only the first letter will be of the every word. Every word first letter will be capitalized. So that will be one of the thing. Text shadow, I think we already seen, right? Text overflow, we already seen. Text align. I want to align center, end or something. So it will always try to align center. You see left and right, you will get gaps maybe. Because it is centrally aligned, right? That's why left and right, you will see gaps. You have text shadow. So 1 pixel, 2 pixel. Means top right, bottom left. I want to make it as, it will be very, very odd now. Let's see. It's very odd. So for this, again, you need to give Z axis, I think some 10 pixel. I think it will take as opacity. So that will be blur. I will give some 100. Only give one, which is blur. Maybe we need to go, we need to calculate that and we need to use that. Go to text. 1 second. U 5 pixel. No, 5 pixel total. 10 pixel. Yeah, it's applied now. Okay, give 5 pixel now. Give 1 pixel. It's almost So for that, we can go with CSS sticks, text shadow. So if you want to write that, it will create the CSS by increasing and decreasing based on your requirement, right? Not CSS sticks. This generator, CSS portal we have. Here you can create our own. Yesterday we did, right? The same way. So I need to decrease this blur. And I need to decrease the opacity so that visibility will be there. For that opacity, you see here RGBA. You need to give this RGBA. So then A means opacity, appearance, visibility. So we can give like this. So that opacity will be there. You can use RGBA. Now you see the syntax, right? You can remember, but most of the time CSS you will not remember. You just copy paste from somewhere many of the times because you know the syntax, how to use it. See, you sound less, right? Almost. So that's how we'll go with that. We have letter spacing. Every letter, how much space? Word spacing. For every word, how much space will be there? Letter spacing. How much space? For example, 10 pixel. If we give like this, website will be almost damned. Letter spacing. You don't need to give letter spacing. You need to give word spacing. If you want to give. That is also almost great. So you'll give 5 pixel. That's fine. Some of the website, if you see, the text will be for video editing, text will be word spacing will be large, and that should be like enlarged. For this letter spacing, word spacing will be useful actually. For those particular designs, video and audio editings, for Photoshop also. If you're enlarging the things, right, letter spacing and word spacing will might increase. For in order to make that simulation. Simulation means creating the same as like real time. With which it is an imaginary world that we will call a simulation. For that, we can go with this letter spacing and word spacing. Text to transform. Okay, I already completed that, right? Word spacing. Yeah, we have font stacks. Font stacks is, see now, we have font family. Now, I will just select this Courier new. It is very important, but uh, we don't make it that much importance. But that is important. But we don't take care of this. See now, this is the main font. This is the main font. But if this font is not there, this is the alternate font. Got it, right? This is the alternate font. If it is having monospace, it's want to add, then it will add. Otherwise, no need. So that is the intensity that we are giving here. If I directly give Calibri, it will only search for Calibri. If it is not there, then it will be calm. It will apply the by default Times New Roman. For that, we want to give font stack. If it is this, if it is applied for that particular mobile device and it is having that with respect to the browser or Microsoft Edge or Safari, if you are using particular device or MacBook or something, it will apply this. If it is not there in that particular, it will go to the courier. That's how font family will be there. This we will call as font stack. So stack is having the number of elements which will be holding alternate things. So now you know there might be another doubt. You see here we have single quotes, but we don't have the single quotes. Why? Because again I will enter so that I will show the difference. If any font that is having more than one word with space, that might you need to enter single quote. See, always I don't enter single quotes for Calibri because that is only one word. If it is having more than one word that is combined, right? For that, you need to have single quote. Even if some words will have hyphen, you no need of doing that. That is the syntax. Yes. Vedana, Geneva, Thoma, sans serif, these are single words. If those are aligned with hyphen also, that will call as single word. But that syntax is, that name is like that, using hyphen. If it is having double words, you know, Times New Roman is more than one word. It is having single quotes. So that is the importance of font stack. You need to just understand why this many using comma. What is the importance of this? Is the importance of that. I just changed it now. So that is about font stack. Combinators, you know. So descent selector. Descendant selector means in division there is an image, right? So we'll make it as dot div1 space img. So it will take images, all images of division 1, that will make as background color aqua. Might be for image there is no background color, almost it will be covered anyway. So we will just make width of that 200 pixels so that you can see the difference of the width. Right. So how many images we can, this is the descendant, this is the ancestor, this is the parent, that will call as ancestor. This is this descendant. This we can do n number of things using comma, para, comma, div, comma, h1. So means for division 1 we have image. Again, if we have for inside division 1, if we have para. Again in division 1, if I have division, again like this, like h1. Again I have some para. Again I have some h2. So these all I can select using comma, comma, comma. So that is what descendant. And you know, general sibling using negation, but image is not a general sibling. And you need to select child, only child of the division using greater than. And you can select only adjacent sibling using Ganeth, using adjacent sibling. I want to select using which symbol? Plus you think or I think. Okay. Yes, plus only. General sibling will be, it will check all the siblings with respect to the division 1 using this negation. This is the child and this will be the all children of this, means descendant, will call as descendant. In real time projects, what we will use all this real time, yeah, means based on your usage. Now you see float, if you want to use in single. Now I used media, I used that also. Here this also I used, because I will tell you where I used all this. For example, this, there is a courses, right? Inside courses, for all inside courses, I want this button as 90% width. So this is course container. Inside course container, I will write like this. So there is a course container, right? Inside core container, what all the buttons I have, so BTN primary, whatever it may be. If it is like this, if it is class, I need to put class. So I need to make it as width 90%. And what is the color? Color white only, right? Background color is #0071B. I need to apply like this. So all buttons inside course container, inside this, whatever it may be, this is one, right? Again, if I click, it will change Java backend. Again, it will change. All will be the same. So I want for every button, I need to apply like that. I can make like that, right? I can make like that. So real time, we need to use that. So just think about scenario. You know the example how to use it. Just explore any website. If same example, if you can find out, you can try to explore the same. Now you see units. Percentage will be the percentage of the proportions of the width or height. Now let's see. So for division, I want with respect to the percentage. Width will be percentage of the size. Width will, is it width or height? That might be not a thing. 75%. Let's see, width is 75%. You know that. If I inspect that, then also it is 75% only. Means percentage will be responsive. You know that now, right? Now I will give width as pixel. Pixel is 1 by 96 of the inches. That is some calculations. So I will say some you given now 70%. The same way if you give 700 pixel, right? Refresh it. It will be like this. In mobile view, it should might change, right? Because in mobile view, almost width is almost only 4 to 500 only. In tabs, it is almost 760 only. Then definitely pixel won't work. Pixel won't work, right? So pixel won't work for responsive design with respect to the different screen size. Now we'll go with percentage. Apart from percentage, what all the other units we have, we'll just see. Viewport width and viewport height. So VH and V width will also get the responsiveness. Now let's see. I will just say 70 VH. 70 of the VH. Let's see. Viewport height. Okay, we don't need to give height because it's width. We need to give VW, right? Right? It's almost this much. Now let's see. Go to responsiveness. See, it is also same. With respect to the viewport height, it is taking 70%. One is 1%. So that is what it's mentioned here. 1%, right? So that is also responsive with respect to the percentage. If you take percentage, it will take the DOM, rendered HTML structure page. If you take VH and viewport with respect to the screen resolution. Got it, right? Win, max and min. It will be like the same. Smaller will have win and larger will have Vmax. Centimeters, millimeters, we don't at all use, but it just mentioned. Inches. Inches also, it's with respect to 1 inch is equal to 96 pixel. And you have 1 inch equal to how many centimeters? Some 11 centimeters, not sure. So almost these are non-responsive. Now we have EM, REM, REM and EM. REM means related to the parent element. Now take an example. Font sizes will be giving mostly REM. So now see, for example, I will give this font size. Font size as 30 pixel. Now let's see here. Okay, this 30 pixel is enough. Now I want this much of. Otherwise, I want 20 pixel. Because laptop screen is much bigger, we can see it better. But the same, if I give in mobile, it will be very bigger. So pixel will won't work here, right? It will be very bigger for mobile if you make like this small screen. I want as responsiveness. I will give as font size some 1.5 rem. See, now it is 1.5 rem. This is fine. In laptop, it is fine. If it is in mobile phone, that will be lesser than that. If I give rem right, that will be with respect to root element. See, so that will be auto adjusted with respect to that. So now I will give as 1.0 rem. So in mobile device, I want to give less of that. Now how I can decrease this font size to REM in media query. In media query for the same class, I will give different font size in order to make it responsive. Or we can make it as EM, 1.0 EM. So that will be taken care. EM means font size of the particular inline element of the paragraph or division. Rem means size with respect to the parent element. So we need to take care for responsive designs. We will use VH for height and VW for width. Rem for the font sizes and all. Width also we can do. Width and height also we can do. But width and height mostly use VH and VW so that will take almost things. REM, EM you can use for font sizes and all. So that's you just take care and practice. So that's what. So now you know, right? Scalable REM, font size with REM, Vim using percentage we did, using VH and VW we did. Using this also, you may try here. So like, for example, 70 Vim will be also responsiveness. Minimum, 70 minimum. If you give max 70 Vmax, you will get the maximum of the particular. 70 min means 100 minus 70, 30. 100 max means 100 minus 30, 70%. Min max. That ratio, I think we are getting. It is almost full, but it's very little confusing how Vmax is working. V min we are understood, but Vmax, content area and border area. Just explore this Vmax and V min we understand, Vmax, but with respect to the mobile reference, we are confused. But laptop, it's fine. It's showing fine, but mobile, just explore that. Because almost you use VH and VW, you will not use Vmin and Vmax. If you use that, it will be very confusing for you while writing the code. Got it, right? So you can follow VH and VW and percentages and rem for the fonts. So that will be for responsiveness now. Now go for pseudo elements. First word, first letter, before and after. For paragraph, you know that. We already written that. For pseudo class, active for the link, first child for the division, in range of the input type range. Our input type equal to text or number. Min length and max length, we have 4 digits or 6 digits, right? If it is in range, we can apply some border color something so that it will be like green if it is in range. Invalid. Link means an anchor tag. So that particular link, if it is linked, then we can first of type child selector. We have 4 divisions. So in those 4 divisions, first division we can select using that first of type of D or division DID. Focus. If you focus on that, means focus means there is an input element, input type text or something. Cursor is focused there. Once that is focused, it should show some background color, cursor color that you can change. Hover means when mouse is hover, right? You can change that. So disable checked means one input type is disabled. You have disable property, read only property. Input type checkbox, whether it is checked. If the checkbox is an ID or class, you can do like this. Some dot class name colon checked colon disabled, you can get that. Now we will see these two and we'll end the class. Position. Let's see now. I will take 4 divisions. So one is ID equal to div1. Another one, div2, div3. All IDs I took, right? So now let's see. All divisions, my width and height is, width is 120 pixel, height is 110 pixel. Yeah. No. I just given for all the divisions. So I just given for all the divisions. So now I want to make separate CSS for div1. Div1, I will put background color green. Div2, I will give background color red. Div3, I will give background color yellow so that you can differentiate, right? Now we have 3 divisions. Now let's see, for example, I will apply margin top 10 pixel for the first one. For second one, I will apply margin top some minus 10 pixel. I will apply margin top for this 0 pixel. Now let's see what will happen. So by default, its position, every HTML element's position is static by default. See now, just execute it. That is fine. So red is went to some 10 pixel below of the green. Let's see, but it is not visible because of Z index. We'll see that. So now you know position is static because static will not apply Z index. Now you see div 4. We have div 4. Background color orange. We'll say Z index 3. Anyway, which is the highest value than previous, it will take. Div 4, right? Id equal to div 4. If you are giving Z index means one should be overlapped on each other. I will tell you what is the importance of Z index. See, it's not overlapped at all because we given Z index and we already given margin also. We'll give margin also. Margin top 20 pixel or minus 20. So now what is the Z index? I will tell you. Go to Bootstrap website or anything. Okay, here we have this courses. Now see, one is overlapped on another because of Z index. Here, this Z index almost greater than previous. For example, the container which is having courses, right? That Z index is 0 or 1. This Z index is 1 means it is overlapped on another. If you want to apply that Z index, then we need to go. Let's see. So division 1 will be bottom. I will give Z index for that 0. Division 2 is top of that. I want to make it on top of that one. Division 3 will be on top of 2. So the next value I can give is 2. Division 4 will be on top of that. So it's 3. If you want to make that Z index, it's not applied. Now I'll make position. Position by default it is static. Z index will not apply. If it is relative, previous element reference it will take. Previous element reference it will take, and see this red is there, right? Minus 10 means from green it went to minus 10, right? If I give absolute means this green will start from here, this yellow will start from here, this orange will start from here. Means if you give absolute, it will take the window viewport reference. If I give relative, it will take the previous element reference. If it is static also, it will take previous element reference, but Z index will not work. Now I will give previous element relative. It's fine. It is the same because static and relative works fine, but Z index will not apply. Now, in order to apply Z index, you need to give absolute then. See now, one is everything is overlapped with each other with Z index. Since orange is having more priority, it is 3. If I give yellow as 3 and orange as 2, right? You can see the difference. That is overlapped on each other. That is what Z index. In order to apply that Z index, you want to go with the position absolute so that with respect to each other, it will not allow. So it will not have relation. It will directly take the window viewport reference. Now you see margin top, I will give 200 pixel. It will almost go to the below. Yellow one will go to the below. Sorry, orange one, right? Orange one comes to with respect to from here, from viewport only it will take. So that is the absolute. Relative static will not apply Z index. Now there is one more sticky and fixed. Let's see now. There will be sticky and fixed. I give divisions height and width, right? I will give 1200 pixel, 1100 pixel. See now make this as relative because if I get relative, I can see each and everything, right? It is okay. It's relative. If I give fixed, what it will be? Let's see fixed. Because it will be fixed in the same position. Even the scrolling is happening, it will be fixed in the same position. Where it is used, I will show you now. Because I used that in the same. See, it is fixed. There is no scroll bar. For that, you see now. Anything. So I applied here in our website. So now see, I can scroll it. But what is fixed here? Navbar is fixed. Because that position is fixed. One more thing. Here it is there. This is sticky. With respect to scroll, it is the same place. Now let's see. You apply position sticky. For that particular scroll bar, it will also move. It will be stick to the scroll bar. So all will you see, right? You see one nav bar, and in many websites you have WhatsApp icon on the bottom right corner. That will be also fixed. Like that, you have positions. You need to apply that. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, this is the last one. I will tell you transition property. So I will not take these many divisions because you might confuse. So I will just take width as 400, height as 500. Transition property, how it will transition one form to another form. So I will apply hover for this now. For example, I will apply hover, hover, div hover. On hover, I want to change background color, for example, to blue violet. Now, let's see. Hey, it's not applying. It should apply. Okay, let's use div one. It's applied. Now let's see. I want to make transition for that. So now see, on hover, I want to change width also. Width to 600 pixel, height to 900 pixel. I will apply transition for this division, right? Transition, sorry. Transition duration. So I will apply transition, sorry. Transition for height and width and background color also. Width, comma, I think I need to use comma, height, colon. Transition duration. First, I will give 2 seconds. If I give 2 seconds, it will take the for width. If I give height for the next one, I will give 3 seconds. Height will take 3 seconds to enlarge. Again, I have transition timing function. It will be linear. Linear means from starting to ending, it will take the same motion. It will not be like it will start with force and it will end with slow. Then I will say linear. We have many things, but mostly we'll use linear, so it will make uniform speed. Again, transition delay, I think we have. Some 1 second. 1 second and 0 seconds. So if delay, first one will start with 0 seconds, second one will start with after 3 seconds. That will be delay. Now let's see. I will give 1 second. Height and width, right? We given. Sorry. Transition duration. I given 3 seconds. Width, height. I think let's see once. It's applying, but transition delay is not applying properly. Width, height. Let's see background color. Width, height. We have only these four because these are mostly we will use. We will not use, but only 1%, rare percent we will use. Height width. I will take only width. Let's see. We'll comment height. So whatever we were giving here, right?
Transition. Transition. Wait the space 1 second. height space also.
No, actually that will take, okay, let's see. Yes, so this is shorthand operator. So with if I take 3 seconds, no, in 3 seconds it will be having. So again, okay, let's see here. Height also, right? Actually, it will take two properties by using comma, I think. Let's see that also. That is important thing. It will take more than one property. But it's not applied. Let's see. Okay.
After 3 seconds it counts.
It's working. Let's see. Right. So width 3 seconds. Again, I will give height 2 seconds.
So after that you can do height space
Here, right?
the same like this.
I think I don't give comma now. Let's see. Width. It is not applied. Right. Now it will apply. See. So we need to give. So I think here it is the delay, right? Just try to remove this. Let's see it will work or not. Maybe in the CSS3, maybe this is working fine. So property and its timing function, property and its timing function. I think delay is not useful now. Even how much delay, but this will work actually. Let's see 3 seconds. Is coming. Again, it will go back. So this is almost our transition. Let's check this. For this, we can go with this like this also. For example, uh, that will comes in keyframes. Keyframes will have the rotation from 0% to 100%. We'll see that. So 1 second, I will show that in Paint actually. Using keyframes, you'll try in your home. So there is a button actually. For example, there is a button, login button, right? Login. It is there in login, right? So keyframes will be animating the things. You need to spin that. This button should come by rotating 360 degrees from top, from viewport height, from browser top, and need to settle down at bottom with 90% of margin. So this comes with 360 degrees rotation, and it need to settle down at 70% of the width, means height, means margin top 70%. It need to settle down. What is the how you can achieve that? You can achieve that using keyframes. That is tomorrow's topic. That is the final animation topic. That is very interesting. So that will be 0%. We having at margin 0, 25% we have margin. How much? Some 2 and 20%. 50% will put margin as some 45%. At 100%, I will put margin as 70%. But in this duration, again, I will put transition, rotate, translate, transform, rotate 360 degrees, 360 degrees, 360 degrees, 360 degrees. So it will come here by rotating, come rotating, come rotating. It will come rotating. At the time of rotating only it will come. So like that it will apply using keyframes. That is the next topic. And after that we have grid and flex. We'll just wrap it up. After that we will create a website, Bytesplash website or LMS website, homepage or something.
Yes.
Amazon, anything, Flipkart. We'll create in class. Everyone bring your laptop and create that in class. In live, I will also do. You will also do. Okay. So that you will be very confident so that you can, using HTML and CSS, you can write, design any type of HTML pages without having JavaScript functionality. If you click something, it should go to server, right? For that only we want JavaScript. If we don't want that, we just create a website. So if you want to do that, then we create that. In class, we will do that. Okay. Okay, I will upload this recording.